Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the COEQUaL Meet the Team series. This is our very first kickoff Meet the Team, where you will meet the principal investigators for the COEQUaL Fibroid Study. I'm Sateria Venable, founder and CEO of the Fibroid Foundation and co-principal investigator on the community core for the COEQUaL Study. And my amazing partner on this journey is Dr. Elizabeth Stewart. Dr. Stewart, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thanks so much, Sateria. I'm Ebbie Stewart. I'm a gynecologist and a reproductive endocrinologist, and I've been doing fibroid research since the 1990s, so before many of you were born. That I've done a number of things, but this project is really the culmination of a lot of things coming together. And so we're really excited that the NIH viewed fibroids as important enough to fund two centers to look at social and behavioral research and how it shapes fibroid care. So I'm delighted to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you. And so this center consists of Mayo Clinic, the Fibroid Foundation, the University of Florida, Jacksonville, and the University of Mississippi. And we are focused on gathering all the new information that we can to help the quality of life, to help to enhance the quality of life of women and menstruators with uterine fibroids across the country. Dr. Stewart, would you like to give an overview of the goals of the grant?
Absolutely. So this was a project that was announced by the NIH, and it needed to encompass at least 3 projects. And they needed to be focused on health disparities of uterine fibroids, and particularly the health disparities experienced by Black or African American women. And it needed to use social science research. So biology has been a little disappointing for fibroid care, that we thought when we understood fibroid genes, we would understand why some women had more severe disease than others, but that really hasn't proven to be true. So the key goals for our center were, first of all, to improve fibroid care for everyone. And I want to thank Sateria for that. As we were trying to put together our goals, we were talking about ways to understand or address disparities. And she said, wait a minute, that's not enough. We can't correct disparities and leave everybody down here. We have to move everyone up in terms of their opportunities for care. And so our 3 projects really relate to understanding barriers that individuals face. And we've done a lot of research on that, understanding that many individuals with fibroids go to a provider and feel dismissed or feel like the right questions are not being addressed and then disappear. And when they come back, they have fewer choices. The second project really aims to understand external barriers. And so we're looking at insurance barriers, both for people with commercial insurance and government insurance, and then also looking at why more providers don't provide fibroid care. We believe that by the time you get to a gynecologist, your options may have narrowed. And so if we can get more pediatricians and nurse practitioners and community health interested in diagnosing and treating fibroids, we'll be ahead of the game. And then finally, Project 3 involves using innovative technology, and particularly understanding information in the electronic medical record to say, wait a minute, this is a young woman with anemia. Maybe she has fibroids. Maybe she needs an ultrasound instead of just jumping to treat the anemia. So we're really excited. We're at the start of year 2 of this project, and it's a 5-year project. So we hope to be meeting with you quarterly with different members of our team so you understand all of the exciting things that are going on.
Fantastic. And the projects are really expanding month to month in really interesting ways. And one of the roles of the Fibroid Foundation is to help to recruit for these studies, which we have done at various conferences to engage physicians from all backgrounds for Project 2. And we also are actively recruiting online on the Fibroid Foundation website, as well as the COEQUaLStudy.org website for patients for Projects 1 and 3. And this is a non-invasive study. We are looking at assembling info sessions where we can really learn and understand the patient experience. And also through our work with the physicians in Project 2, provide education so that the patient experience improves, which is a huge need. So I'm super excited that we are in year 2 of this study. And one of the areas that was really important to me, well, I saw this study as an opportunity, really huge opportunity for us to really understand the impact of fibroids across all ethnicities, because I believe it's a misnomer that women of African descent are the only ones that get uterine fibroids, and that couldn't be less true. Women of every walk of life, all ethnicities, the Fibroid Foundation reaches over 180 countries. So that to me is proof positive of the impact, sadly, the impact of fibroids globally. And that translates as well into the population in the United States. Women and menstruators from all backgrounds, unfortunately, are diagnosed with uterine fibroids. And I'm hopeful through this study that we'll get more of an insight into the width and breadth of the diagnoses.
And I think you pointed out another innovative feature of this funding project is that they specifically wanted a community participation in education core. So Sateria is underselling the work that she and her team are doing. So not only are they recruiting patients and providers to the study, they're helping us disseminate fibroid information that's published every month through Fibroid Fridays, that as we get further along in the project and we have publications, we're going to be disseminating that information. And we really feel that it's important that this research is informed by the fibroid community. Because if we're not getting the whole story right, we're not going to move the field forward. So the core that she leads is critically important. And this is another step in our dissemination plan, so that today you'll meet Sateria and me, but then at the next session, you may meet someone who's doing the actual research on patients and their perceptions of fibroids. And then the next time we may talk to somebody who does large language models and understands how to read the medical record to better understand who has fibroids. And so there's a lot of opportunities for interaction.
And I think you'll find as we continue this Meet the Team series that each member of the team has very unique and important reasons for wanting to be a part of this important work. And we look forward to your input as you get to know us and as the study continues to move forward. And as a part of the Meet the Team series, we included some more up close and personal questions to help familiarize you with us as team leaders of the COEQUaL study. And hopefully, if you haven't already joined the study, to encourage you to register for the COEQUaL study at either the Fibroid Foundation website or COEQUaLStudy.org website. So one of the first questions is, what challenges or opportunities are you exploring in your work? So Dr. Stewart,
There's lots of challenges and opportunities these days, so it'll be hard to choose. I think there's always a lot of barriers to doing important research, but I think the major thing we have going for us is that individuals with fibroids are very passionate about supporting research. So I think over the last year, we had to fill out the rest of the team. We had our key investigators that had been meeting to conceptualize what we wanted to do and plan, but then we needed to hire coordinators and postdoctoral fellows and award our first pilot project. And so it's that excitement of going from being at a standstill to running as quickly as you can. I think that, again, a strength of the project is the different sites and the different institutions that comprise the study. So that gives us a great variety of inputs, but it's a physical challenge to get everybody together and meet on a regular basis. And one of the highlights of our year one was that we had an in-person meeting. So some of the people that had been working together for about 3 years finally met in person. And that was really exciting. And then there's just a lot of paperwork and fine details to executing contracts and moving forward. And Sateria talked about the institutions. We've even expanded since we started. So one of our investigators is now at Case Western University. And we have someone who was originally involved in the project and then for various reasons came back, and she's at Washington University. So again, just growing and building and putting together the team we want has been the challenge, but we're really excited that we're getting to where we want to be.
Super excited. And it's been really gratifying to me because Dr. Stewart introduced me to the fibroid research arena back in 2012. And I had an opportunity to join the COEQUaL study at that time and learn just everything was very new to me about how to apply for a study, the submittals, the detail that was required. And I was really kind of blown away. And at that time, the submittal for COEQUaL, I think, was about 200 pages. And the submittal for COEQUaL was 4 times that. And it's just a testament to what can be accomplished with patient clinician collaboration and that strong relationship between the Fibroid Foundation and Mayo Clinic, which I'm very, very grateful for. And it's been so gratifying to first learn of this opportunity, to form our team, to create a really strong submittal that was thankfully well accepted, and to be able to now be in year 2. I think it's a great map for how to move forward in an innovative, refreshing way on research in general. I think that it really tells us a lot about what we can do and what we can uncover by pairing lived experience with medical expertise. And I really hope that there will be much more of that moving forward. And that's an opportunity. The challenges I see are, I think, overall, one, reducing the concerns of fear of treatment in our community, that hopefully this study and the ways that the focus groups will allow patients and clinicians to communicate will help to reduce that fear, to help to educate patients on what treatment options exist, where research is going. And I think one of the challenges I see is that the stigma around menstrual health is a barrier to care. And I think to overcome that, we need not just the women and menstruators in the conversation, but everyone without a uterus as well. I think that that's pivotal to make it a very common topic where we can make progress, reduce suffering, erase the stigma around suffering, and not normalize suffering. is very key.
Yeah, and I think you're highlighting some of the background of our work. So as Sateria said, our relationship dates back to the start of a project called Compare UF, but there are a number of other fibroid projects and students and trainees that this group has worked with over the years to get to this point. So one of our former PhD students had studied stigma and shame, and why women felt uncomfortable talking about fibroids. One of our collaborators talks about how in her community that many women fear going in to get information about heavy menstrual bleeding can be interpreted as maybe she's trying to get contraception and become sexually active. And that's a stigma in her community. So I think that many of these reproductive issues provide barriers for getting good care. And we're excited to try to understand how to overcome those in multiple different ways, because the same thing that works in Jacksonville may not work in Mississippi, and it may not, as something different may be needed for Rochester, Minnesota. So
yeah, that's a really important point that I has really stuck with me over the years, is that the patient communities around certain medical centers are used to receiving information, sometimes in very different ways. And the ability to really engage the patient community and have those open discussions and encourage shared decision making is really rooted in understanding those communication trends, what makes the patients comfortable in locations. And so, yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Dr. Stewart.
Yeah, and I think the reality is that most providers don't have the time that they would like to have to be able to talk to patients about all of the options. So, if you've got a 20-minute appointment time to say, well, you could do everything from a hysterectomy to medical treatment and go over risks and benefits, is limited. So I think that's one of the reasons why reaching out to individuals is critically important, that if you come into your appointment knowing these are my options and this is really my preferred option, my goal is to find out why this is not an option for me, or to find out it is an option for me and get signed up, is really important. So I think information is critical, and getting information to affected individuals, to providers. And your point about friends and family being important too. I've had many partners come in and say, my girlfriend, it really suffers from this. She tells you this, but it's really much worse than that. This is, what I saw happen to my mom, and now I see it happening to my daughter.
Yeah. And switching gears a little, we're going to end with a more personal question. Dr. Stewart, what hobbies do you enjoy doing outside of work?
So my hobbies depend on the season, especially now that I live in Minnesota. So during the summer, I love gardening, and then cooking with things that I get from the farmer's market. But about this time of year, I have to switch out of that given where I live. So reading and seeing movies tends to be the things that occupy me through the fall and winter. So got a big stack of books by my bed now as we head into winter season.
That sounds wonderful. And we have the plants thing in common. I don't garden, but I do have plants that I'm so proud that I have not killed.
Well, anybody can learn it. I can tell you, in medical school, when my roommate moved away for a 3-month rotation, she moved her plants out because she didn't trust me and our other roommate to keep them alive for
Oh
3
my
months.
goodness.
So it can be done.
And I say some of the things I like doing outside of work, I love to explore. So travel and just even local travel, finding new communities, new little shops, and just enjoying nature that's beautiful here. It's fall, and the fall colors are absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I just and I'll try to continue not to kill these plants. I'm really excited about this. But we really thank you all for your time today. Hopefully, this has given you an insight into what the COEQUaL study is, who the principal investigators are, and what the aims of the 3 projects are. And hopefully, you'll feel encouraged to join the study or to share the study with friends so that they can join some of the focus groups, because we're really looking forward to your input, which is pivotal. We always learn so much, and it really helps us to advance care when we get those personal insights. So again, please visit coequalstudy.org to register, or you can go to the fibroidfoundation.org page to register. And every Friday, as Dr. Stewart mentioned, we will post Fibroid Fridays on multiple platforms, which includes 3 relevant studies to menstrual health. So please give us some feedback in the chat. Let us know how you enjoyed the Meet the Team series and what we can do to help bring you more relevant and educational content. And we will see you soon as we start our Meet the Team series, introducing you to projects 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much for being with us today, and have a fabulous day.
Thank you, everybody.